Okay, today we're going to do a cutout review assignment, which is a nice exercise that kind of incorporates a lot of the things that we've learned up to up to this point, as well as learning a few new tricks to Photoshop. So let's go ahead and this is the golf, flag, elephant, and bat photos. I want you to click, and you remember you can get these files are attached on the my website if you want to work along. They're attached so that you can download them and work along with me. So the first thing that we're going to do is let's go ahead and crop out this white space. So the golf picture is going to be our main picture, and then we're going to insert these pictures into the golf background. So click on your crop tool, which is right here. You click on it and click crop, and you just want to select the area that you actually want. So I'm going to click and I'm going to drag, and I want this area, but I don't want the white area right here, and it kind of shades in. Then you just click check. Now, cropping is a destructive edit, so you got to make sure that you really don't want that space, because it will take it off even your background layer. Okay, now the first thing what we're going to do is we're going to click on the elephant right here, and if you don't have it in your project bin, if you don't have it, open it up, and I want you to click on the project bin. If you don't have the project bin, you can just go to reset panels and it'll give you your project bin. I want you to click on this, and we can zoom in a little bit by hitting Z or your magnifying glass. And what we're going to do is we're going to click on the magic wand tool, and then we want to click and select this elephant. However, if you can see that when I click and select part of the elephant, it goes away the next time I click. To get rid of that problem, you want to click right up here where it says add to selection, and then the tolerance at 32 is pretty good, and just keep on clicking, and that's one way to use the magic wand tool. It selects similar colored pixels, okay? And we're not going to worry about feathering it today. So I want you to click on the move tool and drag it down here. Once it's in, I want you to rotate it, and you can click on it, and be sure to rename our layer palette. It's important to stay organized, so we're going to double click on it or right click rename, and rename it elephant. And now we're going to color it in purple. Okay, I know it's kind of random, but let's click on the layer elephant and go to enhance, adjust color, and then color variations. And this tool lets us kind of see the before and after effect. And if I increase some red and increase some blue, you can kind of mix and match and create colors, and you can create your purple elephant. If you mess up, you can hit reset image and do it again. Okay, so go ahead and make it purple, hit OK, and now we have our purple elephant on the ledge. And next, what I want you to do is actually, and if you ever want to go back and move it, you can click on the layer and you can move it wherever. If you want to put it on his head or whatever, but just make sure that it's on the beam somewhere. Next, we're going to click on the flag, and I want us to use our rectangle marquee tool. Click on it, and I want you to select just the flag portion of it, not the white, just the flag. And I want you to use your move tool. We don't have to feather it. I want you to drag it down, and I want you to reposition it in the upper right hand corner and make it a little bit smaller so that there's no overlapping. Okay, and rename that layer flag. And the one thing that I want to show you that I haven't gone over yet is the opacity of a layer. Another advantage of the non-destructive editing style of editing, which incorporates using layers, is that you can change the opacity of each individual layer. So if you click on your opacity right here and change it, you can see the flag becoming more and more transparent, which is great for blending layers. So let's go ahead and make it about 40% or so, somewhat see-through. And our last objective is to put the bat in replace of the golf club. So double click on the bat, and one quick way to select this bat is click on the magic wand tool, click on the white space, and then everything is selected except for the bat. All we have to do to change that is right click, select inverse, and now we have nothing but the bat. So if I were to do that again, look at how quickly it took me to select the bat. Magic wand tool, click once, right click, select inverse. Now I have the bat selected. And that's because the background color was white or a solid color that contrasted with the bat. Once the bat's selected, click on the move tool, move it down in there, and I want you to reposition it. And you can just put your cursor just outside and the bounding boxes and reposition that. And probably want to zoom in. You can use your arrow keys too, and you can hold down shift and move it a little bit faster. But zoom in. I can't really see that well, so I'm going to zoom in. And now I can see that. Looks pretty good. Now you can see that the bat is going over in front of the person's face. I'm going to rename that layer bat because we're staying organized. And when we get into masking, we're going to mask out this bat. One option is to mask out this bat, but I haven't gone over masking yet. So what we're going to do is, and I don't like to do it because once we do masks, you don't really need the eraser tool, but it's always nice to know that it's there. Let's click on the eraser tool, and I want you to change the size and make sure that it's a hard edge, not a soft edge, because we want it exactly around the face and the hands. Make sure you're on the bat. Make sure you're on the eraser tool right here, and you can click and erase the bat on the hands and on the face. Now, I don't promote the eraser tool because you can do the same thing with masking, and that's more non-destructive. But for this case and where we're at in learning Photoshop, let's use the eraser tool. Okay, so now if I zoom out, you can see that I have replaced the golf club with a bat, changed the color of the elephant, and changed the opacity of the flag. And if I look at my layer palette, I haven't made any destructive edits to my background layer, which is in accordance with non-destructive editing. Now, when you're done, go ahead and go to File, and you can save it. And when you save it, you can just hit OK. Remember, Photoshop, with saving it as a Photoshop PSD file, it saves all the layers. If you save it as a JPEG, you're going to smush all the layers and compress the file. Okay? And there you go.